Hello, this is Kirill from forexboat.com and welcome to the first tutorial in the course on setting up your virtual private server for reliable Forex trading. I'm very excited to have you on this course, and I truly believe in what I want to teach you in this course. I think it can make your Forex trading more reliable and safe and prevent substantial losses. So I'm very happy to share this information with you. So we will start this course by discussing what is a virtual private server. And if you've never even considered using a virtual private server before, then not a worry. Have a look at this tutorial, and possibly this will convince you that a virtual private server is the way to go with algorithmic Forex trading. So what is a virtual private server? Let's look at the basic scenario where you have a computer and you're using your Forex robots to trade through your broker on the Forex market, and obviously you're earning some profits from this activity. And maybe you've purchased some Forex robots, or maybe you always had a strategy and you've just implemented it, or had somebody else implement it for you as a Forex robot, and now you've started using this expert advisor in your MetaTrader 4 terminal. So what a virtual private server is, it's basically a computer, another computer somewhere else in the world. It can be next to you, it can be on the other side of the world in a different country, but essentially it's another computer somewhere else which you can hire, which you can rent out for a fee. For example, it can be $20 a month, it can be $150 a month, depending on your setup. You would use this computer to set up your Forex robots and MetaTrader 4 terminals on that virtual private server, and for them to trade from there. And the dashed line represents you just basically doing the initial setup and checking in once in a while to see how your Forex robots are going. The two orange lines show that your Forex robots just continue trading on the Forex market without you even having to bother about them. And that's the essence of the VPS, to take you out of the equation, for you to be completely free and for your computer to be free, at the same time for the trading to continue and for you to keep earning the profits. So why would you use a virtual private server? What are the advantages? Well, there are some obvious advantages of using a virtual private server. First of all, it works 24/7, so it's always hard to keep your computer on 24/7. It might be noisy, it might overheat, it might you might be concerned leaving it on when you're going away, because you never know if something might malfunction on the computer while it's at home. Especially nowadays, a lot of people have laptops. They're very compact and they're easy to carry around, but they're much harder to keep on all the time, because if you're taking it with you somewhere, then you have to switch it off or at least put it to sleep. Or if you want to leave it on, and I tried this, believe me, if you want to leave it on for weeks and weeks, then it will start overheating, because everything's so small there and the cooling system isn't as great as in big computers. So what else? Your virtual private server will free up your personal computer, so you'll be able to not only switch it off when you like, but you'll also be able to use fully the resources of your personal computer. And when a MetaTrader 4 terminal has some expert advisors running in it, it can use up substantial resources, like up approximately maybe 200, 300 megabytes per terminal when there's quite a few expert advisors trading in it. So you get those resources back and do your video editing or just leisure activities, and don't have to worry about the MetaTrader 4 terminals anymore. A Forex VPS is accessible from anywhere. So you can access it from work if you want to, you can access it from your laptop, you can access it from a friend's home. And in this course, you will see how easy it is to quickly set up access to your VPS, and basically you can monitor your robots wherever you are. Unlike with a home computer, you can only do that when you get home and you're sitting in front of the computer. Also, a virtual private server has a reliable power supply and connection to the internet. Basically, this means that your virtual private server provider will do everything they can to make sure your computer always has electricity, so it's working, and it always has a connection to the internet. Statistically, it's more likely for you to have a power disruption or an internet connection failure at home than it is on your provider's side. Having said that, providers do sometimes have scheduled maintenance, which they will warn you about. That will cause the restart of your server, but that's something that we address in this course, and we learn how to deal with those little prices that you have to pay for having such a convenient tool as a virtual private server. And finally, a virtual private server is easily scalable to your needs. So if you have a computer at home, it might have a limited amount of RAM or physical memory or bandwidth or CPU power. But if you hire out a virtual private server for your Forex trading, then you can always adjust that. And if you decide to deploy more robots or increase the number of accounts you're trading on, then you can always request your virtual private server to be allocated more resources, and that can be done even without switching off your virtual private server. It is a very simple process that your provider can do for you. Those are the main reasons for using a virtual private server for your Forex trading. And from personal experience, since I started using a VPS, I've never looked back, and it's definitely been a major game changer for me. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tutorial. Until then, happy trading.